here in Saransk, Russia, with the Vice President of the ISU, Alexander Lakernik. Alexander, congratulations, first of all, on your new position.
Thank you.
Now, Alexander, you've been involved in technical aspect of skating for many years. I know very well. Now you have a new role. What are you looking forward to impacting with that role?
First, it's unfortunately still a transitional period for me, because as a former chairman of the committee, I want to see all the technical details and I can't step away from them. On the other hand, my new role requires more strategic thinking, more thinking not only on one discipline, of all three disciplines, and I think I am still figuring out how it all works, because of course I am doing day-to-day business of the Vice President, but the whole picture I would prefer to discuss a little bit later.
That's a fair answer. I also wanted to ask you a little bit about Russian skating. It's so strong now. There's an audience that it seems to be very popular in Russia. Is it a growing trend here? Is the sport growing?
Well, there was a period when the Russian results went down because, for example, the Olympics in Vancouver, you can see that the results were not too high. But then maybe the fact that the Olympics in Sochi was in the country, it started bringing more interest to figure skating, and the great result that the Russian skaters got in Sochi brought many new people to figure skating. So the figure skating is a popular sport in the country now, but we have our problems, and some problems it's even difficult to analyze. In former years, as you remember, we had very strong boys. Each of them was really a hero, a person, and we had few girls. Now we have girls, we can compete with the whole world, but we don't have such great boys. Why? What happened? Is it a coincidence, or maybe it's some result of the structure of life? That's
It's always a challenge. Last question. The sport is growing worldwide in Asia in particular. Japan is very strong. China is building 200 new arenas across their country. Malaysia has built new arenas. And Russia is quite strong. In Europe, it has struggled. Also in North America, it is somewhat stagnant. Do you feel there's anything that can be done to try to reignite the popularity of the sport in those areas?
Well, first of all, I think the problems are different, and I wouldn't mix problems that are in the States and in Canada with European problems, because two things that are important, in my opinion, for Europe is first the ice time. Sometimes there's so little ice that it's useless speaking of any other reasons. But the second reason is the coaching, and the ISU is trying to form a program. We have now a new development commission just being formed now, and we'll have new plans for development, how to help the members in coaching. So our plans are not so much to teach skaters, but to teach coaches who will teach skaters. And in US and Canada, just life is now a little bit different, and it's maybe more a task for US and Canada federations, like for the Russian Federation. The big members, they have rinks, they have coaches. It's a little bit different problem how to bring more people, more talented people. Because what I've seen in US, there's still plenty of skaters, but the talented ones, they disappear. There are less of them. So I wouldn't put together problems of small and big members.
Yes, for sure. Well, I thank you for everything you've done for the sport so far, and your transition into an innovator and manager of the sport globally. And we look forward to the changes that the ISU is bringing forward to skating around the world, and the growth.
Thank you. With your help and with the help of others.
Well, thank you very much, Alexander Lakernik, Vice President of the International Skating Union.